Everybody, whoa, here's one, here's one. Give me somebody's pants. Did that so fast. I'm just kidding. Okay, now what I want you to do is to get into just Sanchin position. Nothing you don't have to do about it. I'm not up there. Behind you. Okay. Okay, now if he's up straight here, thrust, step. Okay? He's not going to be able to advance. So if I take him and I go here, remember that centering that I'm looking for? Thrust, step. See the difference? Step. Thrust, step. Okay? So that's the difference. Back up straight again. Thrust, step. Nothing. Okay? So that's why, and that's actually a good exercise for you. Why don't we try that with a partner? I know it's tight, but just hook on belt, just do 3 or 4 thrusts. One way, 3 or 4 thrusts. The other way, just so that I know you've got that forward, can't, that shoulder, there, that's all it is right here. The shoulder is just rolled over, down like that. That's all it is. So when that movement comes out there, just movement out there, he's got it here, right? And he's also got it here. Yeah. Here. Okay. All the difference in the world on that forward cant. So when you see me preparing for kata, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that forward cant over here so I can maintain that throughout the kata. That's what I'm looking for, to get that down here. Okay. The legs have to be bent and they have to be loose. Okay, the legs don't need to be focused hard. Just loose. That's it. So that they're flexible. Okay. Whose belt is this? You can work with him. Person with no belt. Okay, pair off a partner somewhere. Just try that. Have a dozen steps each way. Today. But make sure that the person is not over-exaggerating and pulling like he's pulling a cord of wood behind him. Right? Just and every now and then just release the belt. Release the belt so the person's not falling over. So that's the test. Just make sure you're using lots of legs. And your power is in your legs. That's where your power is, it's in your legs. If your legs are locked and straight, then they can't conduct or move energy, transfer energy very well. And one of the biggest complaints about fighters is that they say their legs are going. Well, what's that got to do with it? It's got everything to do with it because the guy is locking his legs and he wants to be up, so you can't do this anymore. And his legs are straight, loss of power. You can't get away from the shots. You can't get the shots when their opportunity arises. And he starts getting hit. Okay? So that's, your legs are going. We, on the other hand, have got to make sure those legs, you're getting about a good 20%, 25% flexibility in those legs. I want them like that. That's where your spring, that's where your power is, that's where your recoil, that's where your advancement is. It's okay at a brief second, if you need to lock that stance, if you need to, but that may be only one opportunity out of 100 incidents that they may be like that. Okay? So I'm not saying the otherwise, but
We're still driving from the hips.
yeah. Hips are tucked under slightly, not jammed under, but just tucked under slightly. Okay? As you move. It's like you've been walking, man's been walking like this for a few thousand years. So that's where it is. So you're going to have your balance factor very, very quick. The guy that throws the fastest speedball, the baseball player, 95 mile an hour pitch, his legs are not locked on the ground, man. The fast tenniser, 135 miles an hour, he's up in the air. It's assisted, but it's a whipping type movement with the whole body concept. So the period of time that your stance is locked is a period that can be on impact, and it can only be that length of time. It needs to be there. So don't think that you need to have you'll get machine gunned. You know, if I'm going to fight you, okay, just think of this. If I'm going to fight you, think of somebody taking a chainsaw, starting it up, full throttle, and saying, catch! Okay? Because that's the way I'm going to be coming in on you. Okay? And I'm going to overwhelm you. That's the whole process of attack. Like a wolf with a rabbit. Okay? That's the way we're going to come in. And in order to get that concept, you have to do your... What are the katas based on? Based on cat. Based on tiger. Based on crane. Based on dragons. Dragon claws. Dragon posture. Crane posture. You know, all these types of concepts. You know, crane moves. So you, in order to mimic the animals, you have to get rid of that humanness, robotic type concept that's being forced on you. And that comes mainly from Japanese origin, or through military linear type basic training. 5,000 troops, 5,000 moves at once. So what I'm trying to get across in my teaching is to be more individualistic, more spring, more control of your own action. There, yeah, I'm still talking here, 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 check, 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 check. But not robotic. Okay. That's what I'm trying to get away from. Okay, let's try Seisan Kata. Okay, everybody here know Seisan? It's just a little town just outside of Salem there. Serve good pizza. This is going to be a long form. We always do long form. When you do a Sanchin Kata and Sanchin practice and Sanchin training, a Sanchin Kata should be practiced and drilled on a good 20, 25 minutes to 30 minutes. You don't do 3 Sanchins times 3, 3, 3. That's 9 Sanchin arm movements. So 3 Sanchins, what, 27? 27 arm movements. Say, okay, that's good. Good Sanchin. We worked on, what did you work on tonight? We worked on Sanchin. Well, what did you do? 27 arm movements. And I went twice this week. 54 moves, man. I got it down. Okay, don't mess with me. You need to work on those drills over and over and over and over. Okay, to get your own individual snap, your own individual speed of the thrust, using the perimeters that we have. We'll exaggerate them a little bit, and then, but working on those sweet spots of the components of engineering and how the moves are supposed to be. Then, the concept is you will get faster and faster doing that. The fastest gun in town wins. The fastest fighter wins. Okay, that's the way it is. That's the rule. The fastest runner wins the race. That's the rule. The fastest swimmer. Okay, the highest jumper. Okay, that's the way we want to be. So if you practice a slow kata, a middle kata, and then a 3/4 kata, what's the dominating factor? Slow and middle. How can you possibly get fast? Slow and middle is your main training component. So you gotta try to get up to doing fast stuff. If you're doing slow stuff, then you gotta do 3 times as many fast stuff. If I did a slow Sanchin, I'm gonna do 5 fast ones to erase my muscle memory of that slow dynamic tension. Okay? Because we want our reflexive actions to be able to happen in an adrenaline dump. That's what we're looking for. When we get those chemicals happening in our body, we want to be able to control that and use that as a burn, as part of our source. There, it's kicking in. Ah, good, all right. It's kicking in, man. You know. Now we're going to ride this out. Okay, that's what you're going to look for when you're doing your katas or your forms or whatever. I actually get a little bit of, you're supposed to talk about peripheral vision, but when I get psyched up, I get a little bit of tunnel vision when I do my kata. So I find a lot of times, tunnel vision is coming in. I guess it's some because of the endorphins or chemicals or whatever that's happening. Self-induced high that I'm getting here. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. I like it. right, we're going to go a real easy Seisan Kata. Just concentrate on that forward cant. Don't put any energy in it. Throw these movements away, okay? And let's just go through it, okay? Unfortunately, we have to do it by the numbers. Remember now, full stroke move on everything. Right through that whole sequence. Up, hold. Okay, good hold. Okay, go through the right. Yep. Strike. Up. Good. Remember how we practiced that the shuto? The hammer strike is done the same way. We practice that shuto. We drop our body weight. Yes. Remember how we practiced that front kick? Grab, pull. Yes. Right through. Right through. To me. Stay there. I'm going to slide ahead, throw that movement away, and as your body's moving, you will strike. Step through. Whip. Strike. Whip. Okay, just be careful behind you. Just walk back. Just walk back. Walk back. Walk down. Strike. Up. Very good. Very good. Okay, let's do that. Practice that first movement. Just advance forward here. Now, slowly. Up here. Now. In. Hold it. Pass. Good. Again. Hey. Pass. Okay, remember that forward cat? That's. I'll let you do it for the center here. Just watch me. I'll the camera view here. I'm not going to do the whole cat. Get it back. Okay, just watch the beginning here. Okay, so I want to be here, not like this, here. Okay? That's the concept. Okay, slide. Now, up. Hold that position. I should be able to come up here, if your legs are bent, and put my weight on you. Okay? Get your hands up. That's it. Like that? Okay? Now if you get up higher, that's not going to happen. Okay? Just come up a little bit. Nice. That's really good. Good. Okay? Excellent. Okay? Yes. Yes. Okay? See the difference? So when you get in this, you don't have any neck problems, do you? When you get in this position here, you're going to pull in. That's the idea on that move. Okay? Okay? And here. That's it. Okay, so you want to come right in with that move. So let's make sure you're getting that down.
Can you do that sideways? I'll ask how is this
You ask him again.
Is all here? The body is down, inside, as opposed to up. Okay? Because that, we wouldn't do it just a single that. We're not going to do one strike and that's it. Okay, try it again. Watch me do that move. Watch my hands on the movement. Okay. Okay. What's that look like? Okay. So, so this here then, who can become a single move. Become a single move. Okay? Doesn't have to be this. You're gonna go one hand. One hand here, and the other hand over the top. So you can split it up. Okay. Try it again.
Please don't forget to like and subscribe to LiveDanD.